Let's show you what the book we're gonna start covering together. Again. Best Games, Part 2 of Mikhail Tal, the former world champion, 1960-1971. Born on 9th of November. So, the first game, content of this book is about 350 pages. First part of the book, we have several games, the match between Mikhail Tal and Butvinnik, 1960 in Moscow. Part 1, I have no idea. It's disappeared on the way between USA and Bulgaria. Key to symbol, 1960. So we have about 60 pages. We have about 60 pages of 1960. The content is like by years. So this will be the first one what we're going to cover. 1960. We have these all years in the content. So we have all this period of his title. So, let's go with the first game. Mikhail Tal, white pieces against Mikhail Butvinnik. Misha. They call them Misha. In the... Wait! Wow! I'm crumbling! Oh, such a great ride! Thank you so much! Thank you! Take care to follow her channel, guys.
Be having so many
I tried to write her yesterday.
You can still DJ with your besties.
No, I'm not speaking Spanish, just English, guys.
Premium friends, or make any playlist collaborative.
Take care to follow the channel. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. So sorry, yesterday I raid you and then you write somebody else maybe. So anyway, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate this. So we start with the game Mikhail Tal, Mikhail Butvinnik. First game, what we have in the book. We have a French defense. Somebody in the chat gonna be extremely happy. Thank you for the great follow. French, yes. Okay. Hey John, how are you doing? I'm fine. Happy to see you also here. Knight c3. No, this game is Mikhail Tal, Butvinnik, 1960, Moscow. Super old game. He's going to advance. Now there's so much theory here. He chooses to play variation with a3. Bishop takes c3, b takes c3. We have a little explanation now after b takes c3, guys. For those of you who don't know me, I'm this lady. I'm a lone grandmaster from Bulgaria. So, bishop takes c3, bishop a5 is the Armenian variation they go to. Bishop a5. Tal would have been ready for it. Tal even used it himself in a famous game. So this is what he's using in a famous game. CD, counterattack. We have this opportunity too. Queen g4, boom. Counterattack here. 97, they just sacrifice this for initiative. Queen takes c3, queen takes g7, rook g8, kick the queen out, queen takes h7. Knight b c6, knight f3, queen c7, bishop b5. It's a kind of pin now. Bishop d7, castle, queen set castle. This is not happening in this game, but this is some basic position out of his other game. Bishop g5, and there we go. We have a diagram here. So we have diagram because now how black can figure out this. Maybe we can even flip the board. Right now we have a different game, guys. Fischer white pieces, Mikhail Tal black pieces. So my recommendation is when you choose some opening part, try to play the same setup, the same opening part, maybe with the both pieces if you have this availability. How I'm doing Sicilian with white and with black. I'm doing Sicilian with both pieces. So try to be familiar with the pictures, with the position, with the both pieces. We can keep in touch, by the way, in Discord. Clicking on the link. So, what is doing Tau right now to get rid from the pin? Very good move now for black. Try to suggest moves, guys. Fischer is having white pieces in 1960 in Leipzig this game. So, Tau was using French with black pieces in this game. Looks like this bishops looks very annoying. So how black can figure out all these problems? In the other case, also this pawn is very advanced and having pressure. Yes, 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 yes. Knight takes e5. Because discovered that famous trick, if bishop takes here, I can even capture back with the rook and keeping everything. Yeah, Gabriel Nelson, I pay 1% attention and then I deserve it. Yeah, I play bad. Sometimes I'm doing that when I don't play against stronger opponents than me. Then I pay less attention, so I completely deserve it to trap my queen. Okay, so bishop takes b5 now. Oh wait, knight takes e5, bishop takes b5. Oh, you mean if you capture here? Yes, there we go, there is a pin. Of course you have to capture on f3. And now something like rook h8, because this is gonna be mating pattern or losing the queen. Very nice. So he took here. Robert James Fischer, guys. Another favorite top player of me. 60 memorable games. In this book, one game is analyzed 5 pages. 5 pages. Boom! If you ever follow this game, probably you should know it. It's a very crazy game, looks like. Simplifying completely, full of tactics, boom! And finally, black is making a draw, of course, like perpetual check, otherwise he's exchanged down. Both players can do the complications flawlessly. So, we go back now to the game. There we go. We're going to flip again and using the Tau side. That's mean that here Botvinnik just capture. Of course, Tau has to capture with the pawn, queen c7. Wait, what is wasting of time? You have complicated position, so one mistake and the game is over. So looks like draw is also kind of good result, I guess. I have fan club too. I'm organizing every single month classical simul, and you can keep going to follow me there too. Join, and if you're interested to play daily chess, this is the best also club. Yeah. Hey, Gazmac, how are you doing, man? Queen c7, queen g4. Right now, of course, white is having plenty of continuations. Queen c7, queen g4. Wow, it's even on after 2 pages. Queen g4. Because behind queen c7, now black is having 97 suggestions. What else he's having? Many candidates. We have diagrams. Too much variations. Tau faced this move, knight e7, they said. It's additional move one more time. Tau faced this move in several games, including a few against Petrosyan. So, looks like Petrosyan used to play knight e7 against Mikhail Tal. I'll show you a few highlights using a memorable game from 1957. As the main line, queen g4, knight f5, protection. Petrosyan keeps the position closed, avoiding the sharpest lines in which Tau would have been at home. Bishop d3, h5, queen h3. A later game continued with the queen f4. Queen h4. Searching for trading of pieces, you know, in French this is a very good deal, and later attacking d4 weakness. Knight e2. Queen takes f4, knight takes f4, knight e7. Keep the pawn structure safety now. Still there are some weaknesses around. Bishop g5, d cd, b6, queen set castle. So this is Mikhail Tal Petrosyan now. g4, wow, such a protection, very nice. Knight g6. White was better in Tal Petrosyan. It's about +1 evaluation now. Let's say after f4. We close for a while this bishop, but we wish to push f5. Prophylactic. Moscow 1983. Although Tal didn't make the most of his position and they agreed a draw 10 moves later. It's like Nepo has a +1 and something. In the endgame it's actually not so easy to convert this this little advantage to the winning point. So now we can go back. We have another position, not sure where we go back. Move number 9. The queen h3. I guess this is not so important. Let's go to the main game. Queen g4. There we go. Queen g4, f5. Push. Queen g3. Capture is not so great. En passant is not so great. Because g takes f6 and now g5 is opened. If you're gonna keep the pressure now, no more access of that square for the knight. But I'm not sure why. Oh wait, knight is not here. Sorry, it's this game. Queen g4 now, and now f5. Queen g3. Oh, now it's completely not that great to capture en passant because bringing the knight and queen is covering g7, so it will be a very comfortable position for black here. I prefer black. f5 is opened, which is a dream of black too. Queen g3, knight e7. Queen takes g7. The question is if this knight e7 is a blunder or he has to develop one day. But when he had used this move once before drawing the 14th game of his 1957 match against Smyslov. So probably Mikhail Tal prepared based on his match against Smyslov, against Botvinnik. So now Smyslov, the match between Smyslov and Botvinnik, Smyslov used to play bishop d2. Looks like they used to play French so much in the past. And even right now, some people still using that. But not for a win. Okay, so queen takes g7 looks like special analysis of our Misha Tal. Bishop rook g8, we capture here. CD. Boom! Chat, please try to find out now the correct move for white side. Small v11, probably this is hard to say that it's supercomputer analysis because it was how many years ago? 1960? Wow. More than 40 years ago this is happened. No, what 40? 60. 60 years ago this happened. So what could be the best move now for white? The most powerful one? On h3, super safety. Wow, Lion know the move. Lion knows the move. Oh, you know the move very well. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay. King d1 exclamation mark. Also move like knight e2 if we follow engine right now is working, but knight king d1 is very impressive. Now repeats Grigorich idea from Max Ave article. He later opined that 20 years earlier players would not have played such a king move in the opening part. Top blanks must have been happy to see their deeply prepared variation occur on the board. Bishop d7, another exclamation mark. Botvinnik improves over knight bc6, which had been played by Petrosyan against Grigorich. This move was played Petrosyan against Grigorich. Now, instead of aiming his bishop to a4 and have some pressure here, trying to push also d3 in some moments, or queen takes c3 will be still working. So this looks like dangerous spin, and then bring the knight, trying to not block his bishop on d7. Those Russians with these preparations. Okay, queen h5, check. Follow Koblenk's instruction and plays quickly. According to the maestro, Botvinnik didn't like it when his opponent was well prepared. Knight g6. King d8 is better, they commentate. King d8 is better and was tried by Botvinnik in the return match a year later. In the present game, Tal planned to answer it with bishop g8. He planned to move the bishop to g5, sorry, g8. But by the following year, he preferred knight f3. Also, knight f3 looks like working. See, game 13. Okay, so checking knight g6, knight e2, d3. Why should black push d3? In the other case, just white capture back in any moment and having a super solid center, so he tried to avoid that and keeping some weak pawn structure of white and having possibility to bring the bishop to a4 with the check. Yeah, keep the king in the center, yeah. Of course. Botvinnik arranges for his bishop to go to a4 with check, but it is not worth the price of a pawn plus improving. So guys, you can sacrifice a pawn for a real initiative, not for the false one. Like just giving a one check makes no sense because I already destroy my castle, so makes no sense then. CD, bishop a4 check. King e1, he just go back. No more castle, you know, it's forbidden, but okay, now Botvinnik cannot resist taking a central pawn, but doing so accelerates white's development. Bishop g5 next. Exclamation mark. It's evaluation increased now to +2 something actually after computer moves showing us now d4, h4. Oh, by the way, little recommendations, guys, for all of you want to try to follow some old games, please check them by engine, because some of the Mikhail Tal sacrifices are incorrect. I remember when I studied Capablanca games, Mikhail Tal games, some of them are full of mistakes. Like they sacrifice incorrect because they know who are they use the name, they use their power, they use their rating, like priority. But in the past, you know, there are no computer, there are no special analysis completely, so they just use their brains. So they're not so precise as I thought in the past. So just check them, Don't trust them completely. So they're not Magnus Carlsen. Okay, knight c6 could be better. Knight c6 could be slightly better, trying to take back the pawn with the knight, connect the knights, and being annoying. Or knight c6, allowing d4, and then queen c8 castle, finally get rid from this. But white is still much more winning, having super solid center. Yeah, I'm gonna try puzzle survival like Benjamin Bach, what I paste in Discord. Bishop g5, wait, this is another line. So he took an e5, there we go. Bishop g5. Now develops fluently and prevents black from castling. That's the most important thing. It is clear that something has gone wrong for Botvinnik. It would be interesting to know what he misjudged at his home analysis. You know, in the past they postponed some of the games, so they tried to analyze on the real chessboard, but at least they didn't have engines, so this couldn't help so much to them. d4, queen c7. And now, it's your turn, guys, to find out the most powerful move for white. I like the power of the book because every 5 moves we have about a move with exclamation mark. Brain power. Okay. Any suggestions for white side? Go, go, go. F3. G3. What's that safety thinking? If I travel back in the time. Wow, interesting question, Joshua. I'm not sure. These guys are also being addicted to chess. They did that non-stop. I never do only chess. All the time I'm doing 100 different stuffs. Maybe that's the negative thing that I'm woman. If I have a choice between playing against Botvinnik. Actually, the book is about Mikhail Tal. I'm not sure why you asked me about Botvinnik, but probably he reached a very good level for this time. And in our time, also to 6 to 7 means too much. I guess I could have some chances. But to beat him in a long match, probably it doesn't work. Their calculation skills are also important. And good skills. Maybe they didn't do the theory so well. Wait, what knight f4? Aha, knight f4 playing against the knight, I see. Knight f4 you should take care because this pawn is hanging, Logi, so you have some pressure here, but when I move this knight here, I did this, and then queen takes c3 looks super dangerous. Bishop f4, kick the queen out. Yeah, if he plays something rare, he could out-prepare me, but if he's going to the main theory, I think I don't have problems. I don't have problems with the theory to go out in a enough playable position. My weakness could be middle game part. Some complications, some super close position too, something connected with more strategy too. I guess I'm good in tactics and just a little bit weakness of strategy or converting the advantage to the full point too. We're still searching for the move, guys. Go, 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 go. Get up, go. Let's say you have about 3 suggestions. I still didn't see the move. Okay. F4, 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 F4. Okay, chat is very active into the suggestions. F4, centralized bishop. F4. Rook b1, too simple. It's too simple, but it's one of the moves. Okay. Alright, guys, we go to suggestions. So in the book, we have h4. I didn't read anyone is giving us this suggestion. Maybe that's why we are all not Mikhail Tal. We are all not former world champions. Because the move is h4. h4, and we try to push to the end, like remove the queen, and maybe as fast as possible, push, push, push! Gilor did suggest it. Okay, I read about f4. 800 was alright. f4 is also good, by the way, fixing the center. The problem will be knight a5, maybe. Knight a5, and he tried to go to c4, weak square, either b3, and attacking c3. So they have some counterattack. Okay, so rook b1, rook c1 is the other move too, like protection. Rook b1 2, having pressure b7. These are all good moves. Rook c1, rook b1, h4. Mikhail Tal choose to play h4. e5. Rook h3. Activate the rook. Hey, actually cool. How are you doing? This is the main point behind Tal's excellent previous move. Nowadays, this method of activating the rook is a well-known idea in similar positions, but when this game took place, the players were creating their own ideas. That means that they create their own ideas first. They still didn't know what is famous and what is not, what is a famous trick, famous setup, famous tips. Hey, excellent. Okay, cool. Ivan Petrosyan, who was a master of rook maneuvers, prized Tal for the way he brought his rook into the play. His rook on h3 is so much powerful. Of course, keeping protection of c3, very important pawn. Okay, queen f7. After e4, we can already use all your suggestion before, guys, already, because rook is already keeping c3. So there is a huge difference between if you have more protection on c3 or if you don't have. Black position is collapsing. They said black's position is collapsing here after this variation. Activate the other rook, of course. Boom! 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 Finally we developed the bishop on move 22, but it's okay. Black's position is in collapse. It's about +3 evaluation here. Pressure here. Pass pawn here. Active rook here. Another rook is also pretty active, comparing to black. Black king is still in the center too. First factor in chess. King's position is very bad placed. So he push e5. 3, 7, d takes e5. This was the game. We keep going with the game. Active rook, active rook. Actually, kingside castle was a very slow process to the white, that's why he chose to play h4 and rook h3 here. We go. Very nice maneuver of white. Tal mentions that he was planning to meet bishop c6 with the exchange of sacrifice. Like, if bishop c6 right now, knight d4, f4, boom! Exchange sacrifice. He wanted to go to this variation. Based on the fact that he has now 3 connected pass pawns, which is too much on the kingside part. With excellent winning chances. It's about +2 for white here. But then he find out that knight, even against bishop c6 or either b6, knight f4 is much stronger. Eliminate the defender. g3. Having still space for the queen. White has an overwhelming advantage. So you don't need to sacrifice to continue to converting your advantage to increase it. You just need to play simple. simplify if you have something extra. So step by step. Doesn't matter how fast you're gonna win. It's more important to follow some steps. Okay, we go back to the game where Botvinnik continue with the b6. Again, Misha is going to knight f4. Boom! Another maneuver of the rook. Amazing, because now protecting, supporting the knight on f4. d5 wins black queen. I guess after rook takes b. Okay. Tao finds a nice way to bring his second rook into play. Bishop c6. Queen d1. After lengthy wanderings, White's king and queen have returned to their original squares, here and here. While the bishop on f1 has yet to make a single move. It's a move 25, guys, and he still didn't develop the bishop on f1.
Person hangs right now, but with Spotify Premium, you can still DJ with your besties. Start a group session and tune in together in real time with other premium.
White is not only a sound opponent
Playlist collaborative.
to the good, but he also has extremely active pieces,
Music ad-free with
especially his rook and dark square bishop.
for 3 months. Tap the banner to learn more.
Wait, what do you mean long is before b6? Pushing d5. D5 wins black queen, I guess, after rook takes b. Hey, Sotar, happy to see you. b6. What about d5? I'm not sure what to talk about. Bishop c6? Now, one of the variation was with knight d4 or knight f4, you mean? How winning the queen? Which variation you mean? Rook takes b7? If I was black queen, I guess after rook takes b. Yeah, both guys didn't care about castles. They just stay in the center. The problem is black king is more in trouble. f3? f4, you mean? I'm not sure which variation you mentioned. If it's after bishop c6, you mean that knight d4? No. Knight f4? Okay, yeah, do you mean this? Now, one grandmaster software. Now knight takes g6? I'm not sure which move you talk about. Are you talking about this position? You said something with d5, I don't understand you. d5 is here. If you have any questions, guys, maybe I go through so fast, but I wish to go to the game number 2 already. Because it looks like white coordinate the pieces here. All the pieces much faster than black. Therefore, rook a d8, it's rook a e8, okay. Knight takes, okay. Yeah, this was the other variation. What we have now? g3. If now d4, then rook takes b7. No, the move was g3, not queen f3. Okay, now it's queen f3. White has advantage. Oh, you mean d4 now? Yes, white is having rook takes b7 is close to +10. Oh, now makes more sense to sacrifice. No, rook takes b7 is crushing down. Because boom, 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 losing the queen. Or checkmate, or... No, just lose the queen, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, okay, let's go back to the game. This was just a question. Rook b4, activate this, queen d1. He said he didn't like this move so much, but... And g6, rook d4, capture, capture. Pawn is a pawn, guys. So, actually this pawn is pass pawn h. Very powerful now. For a player who expects to become world champion, it is obvious that the positional benefits of this move vastly outweigh the slight damage to white's pawn structure. King c7. He keeps going with traveling of the king. And now boom, c4. When you have the king in the center, c, d, e or f file, you should sacrifice any pawn to open up the files and crush him down completely. Tau opens the position with deadly effect. Boom, for key. Explode, exactly, explode. Botvinnik is in trouble. Boom, the rook and h5. Now we're gonna realize why also we need h4 before, after he removed the queen back. The whole idea was to continue pushing. If you have a pass pawn, you have to use it. Some people forgot about this. Being the exchange and a pawn down with no counterplay, what's over, Botvinnik resigned. It's more fair play, you know? We keep going with the game number 2. This time Mikhail Botvinnik, Mikhail Tal. Botvinnik is having white. Oh, interesting. Now I lost the R-half. I should go back. 1 game, 50 minutes. I have to improve this. Okay. Game number 2. It's between Botvinnik Tal. How to click on it? Okay, just like this. Oh no, it's not just like this. Oh, I should go to the analysis board. Yeah, I forgot. Yes, probably there we go. Okay. We keep going with game number 2. This time Tau is black. That's why I'm gonna look at the game into the black perspective. c4! So Tar came to the chat and we have a c4 move, English opening. This time Botvinnik decides not to allow the ninja Indian. g6, g3. In this book on the match, Tau asserts that this line doesn't give white an opening advantage. This seems like an excessively bold declaration, but perhaps he was just being provocative. It's something like Reti, yeah, but... okay, anyway. Maybe this all could be here. Problems. Yeah, sometimes we're doing Billy, sometimes we're doing this, we're doing everything. Okay, knight c3, knight bd7, castle e5. Tau had considerable success from this position, scoring 8 wins. Tau scoring 8 wins, guys, in this position. Now it's like Catalan because d4, c4, g3 setup. It's close to Catalan, no more English, because in English the most famous setup, including d3. It's not so much about d4, it's d3, g3, c4 setup, or e3, g3, c4 setup. Castle e5, e4, c6, h3. But when he had lost against Mislov with bishop e3. So it's not surprising that he chose a different line. Boom, queen b6. Exclamation mark. I like this book because of this. Tau has played queen a5 in the past, in 3 previous games, but he remained true to the text move for the rest of his career, scoring a total of 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat. Nowadays it is recognized as the main line, but in 1960 it was relatively new. You cannot imagine that 1960, not so much theory on the way, so who to follow? Just yourself. Botvinnik English, yeah. Yes, he tried for the second match, maybe. The decision to close the center like d5 right now is slightly premature at this point, but Botvinnik obviously wanted to avoid any double-edged tactical continuation instead of hoping to outplay his opponent in a more stable position. It is worth admiring a couple of Tal's other highlights from this line. So we can take a look. D takes e5, D takes e5, a3, queen c5, what they talk about. Oh, I mean knight c5, sorry. Wait, a3, no, queen c5. Queen e2. Queen e7, bishop e3. So he moved the queen like this maneuver, like trying to provoke some weaknesses, like b4 and so on. Hey, Blind Samulix! Thank you! See you! Knight c5 now, going to the most true. Everyone is knowing that maneuver, of course, reaching e6 and going to the weak square if the pawn e5 is not hanging. So you can still choose to play queen c7. It's gonna be funny maneuver of the queen, by the way. There we go. It's like headache. And then finally being ready for knight e6, knight d4 maneuver. Queen c2, knight h5, also f5 is part of our plan at all. Or just protect the pawn and again going to the d4, comfortable square, good outpost. f5. Ef, gf. Knight e2, f4, breakthrough. Tal is very good in tactics, you know this very well, in attacking way. Knight g5, we try to deflect this defender. Push, knight f6. Now this is a very bad, very weak pawn structure, because black is even having potential here, a sacrifice, h5, breakthrough, everything. Three finger. Capture, h5, breakthrough, what I mentioned little before. Now, however you capture, you're gonna have problems. So if you capture with this, anyway, if you capture with this is gonna be clear connected pass pawn. And again, all the time this sacrifice is existing. Actually, however you're gonna capture, boom, boom is coming. Why it's coming? Because you have this, and then pressure on the bishop, you have f3, take the rook, f3, the game is over, if he's going to accept the knight. Counter-attack. What's the next move of Mikhail Tal? Let's make a fast poll about suggestions. If you think like Mikhail Tal. Oh no, it's not fair! Grandmaster Taborit, share with us the correct move. Wait, why? You sacrifice. What's going on after e4? If you support e4, you should share with me what's going on after e4. So if knight takes e4, my question is, don't you lose a pawn? No option for king, no. No king. Then f3. Okay, bishop takes f3. You said e4, knight takes e4, f3, bishop takes f3. What's going on next? You sacrifice your two powerful pass pawns? Are we going to lose or we're going to win? Taborit wanna sacrifice everything. Okay, there's something far away. Yeah, next you can give up your queen like queen takes g4, I guess. Okay, helpful Nelson. When exactly you have bishop d4 check? After you sacrifice your 2 pawns or before that? Or after sacrifice the first one? By the way, don't forget about that after e4 I have also queen takes e4, it's like counter-attack of the queen. Before, so e4, knight takes e4, bishop d4 check, king f1, what's going on? Pawn pushing, okay, everyone supports pawn pushing. That's great, but if somebody have suggestions more than 2 moves in advance, please, in the chat, I'll be glad. Queen h6? Really? Where are you going? Wait, queen h6, you're on the way of the pin, no? Oh, I know you're gonna save up your points for French defense, Logis, but sometimes it's good to vote, yeah? Use your channel points. Oh, I just started before 1 hour and we're still in the middle of the second game. I prepared 5 games, but probably this will be the last one. Because more than 5 pages for 1 game. So it's 3 more pages. But it's like 6 pages, 6 more pages for to the rest of this game. It's too much. I'll go to survival soon. I'm going to survive soon with survival. Oh, okay. You didn't see that I have pawn? Okay, guys, what's going on? Taborich was alright. Then, who else? Helpful Nelson also was alright. Bishop d4. Boom! Let's keep going with this initiative, guys. You have to be more creative behind this. Yes! Yes. This is the new book from Mikhail Tal. Exactly. Actually, we can just take all these games out of the database and without reading comments. But sometimes it's fun to read about history, what was in the past, how many cigarettes they smoked during the game, and such things. King h1. Oh no, king f1. F like Frankfurt, like Florida, like Philadelphia, but it's with P. It doesn't work. Francisco, Fernando, like Full Nelson. F3, boom! Right now F3, because if you first play Taborich line, F3, bishop takes, and then bishop d4, if you change the move order, then I'm going to go to g2 and get rid from the pin. So now I'm provoked to capture, and king is still on the way. Boom! Queen takes g4. Black went on to win in Donner Tal Blood 1961. I don't know, Taborich. It's about 5, 10 cigarettes. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the game. It's move number 10, d5. We have different games. Subatal, not Subatal. I don't know, this guy is Suba. So let's go to the d5 move at the beginning of the game. But this maneuver was funny of the queen. Queen b6, queen c5, queen e7. Botvinnik tried to not allow that. He tried to go for the more close positions, taking the fact of the Mikhail Tal power. d5, push. cd. Knight c5 is more accurate, for reasons explained in the next note. Explained in the next note means cd, 95 now. 91. white could try to find out advantage after queen e2 or rook e1 to range bishop e3 setup, knight e2 followed by knight c4, kick the queen out and playing against the backward pawn weakness somehow, like a4, knight b5, b4, push. That is why black should not have been in such a hurry to exchange on d5. So do you understand, guys, the difference between? Because you got access of the knight on c4 at all. So you allow now knight e2, knight c4, later maneuver, and if this pawn is still here, white doesn't have this availability to step there and to kick our queen out. So right now, knight c5 is much better. And you can guarantee protection of not being kicked out just by a5 if they try to push a3. So huge difference between, but Finnick plays scary, knight e1, bishop d7, knight d3. Tal remarks that this natural and obviously strongest move should not have cost white 10 minutes of thinking time. Obviously strongest move, natural, strongest move should not cost to the white 10 minutes. Look at that, guys, not 2 seconds, 10 moves. But Finnick spent 10 moves for this move, for example. We can talk about time too. Many players have tried rook b1 in this case. Rook b1, maybe this is what he spent time about. Tough, which contradicts. What the hell is this word? Contradict. It's a counter attack, okay. Contradict. Okay, good word. Contradict. Tal. Nevertheless, Tal's main point that Finnick appeared to be rusty was valid. 10 minutes for this move really makes no sense. Because the knight on c5 is stronger than the knight on e1, so it's a very good deal. Patzers, yes. What the patzers? Rook fc8, okay. By the way, he explained probably why rook fc8. I know this maneuver out of the 50 strategy book, so you can follow my book's recommendations, of course. Tal spent 16 minutes 16 minutes deciding to play on the queenside part. He also considered knight h5 in that moment, knight h5. But wasn't happy with bishop e3, for example, queen d8, queen e2, f5. Yeah, let me check out what he wasn't so happy considering this variation. He wanted to push. And now he doesn't wish to give away e4 square because he doesn't have g takes because knight's still under attack on h5. So however he captured, he can simply bring this rook and go for the c-file control. That's why after capture he spent 16 minutes for this move. It's a Russian book. It's Russian. Okay, rook b1. Oh, by the way, most of all, I know that maneuver about. I know that maneuver about. So you bring this rook because in some moment when white brings somebody, you can bring your queen back and you can coordinate the pieces easier. Because if you bring this rook here, how to coordinate all your buff rooks with the queen. And also another reason to bring this rook here, there is only one open file on the board and probably you wish to use a rook for the pushing of a pawn. And the other reason is queen d8, but not every time. Sometimes you just use this rook here, this rook for the pushing support to the end. Because if you move the other rook, what's going on with the other one? So try to take care about every single piece on the board, not only about rook on F or rook on A. Kingside is blocked. So we saw very clear what was his previous plan and why he didn't like the variation with knight h5 and f5. So we just tried to compare the difference between. That's why he moved all his effort to the queenside part. Rook fc8, rook b1, knight h5. He anyway goes there. Tau remains active on the queenside. I will miss more lines. Rook c4 looks more precise. Which move? Looks more precise. Queen to c4, and after queen takes c4, rook takes c4, rook fc1, double the rooks. Oh no, it's not double. Rook c8, bishop f3, f5, push. Black has counterplay. Tao doesn't mention this idea in his comments, but I'm sure he would have found it when he subsequently analyzed the game. My guess is that he was ready to play this position again and didn't want to reveal his intended improvement. We want to keep the queens on the board. Tao had already considered the upcoming sacrifice, but he decided to postpone it. His chosen move displays confidence as well as an element of bluff. So he's bluffing now. Hey, Zapatashwa! He's bluffing now. Tough, it is by no means the last, and certainly not the largest bluff of the game. Sometimes Magnus is also bluffing. Bishop f1, rook c7. Oh, you want to take here? This looks like poison pawn, yeah. I can simply close the bishop with pushing of b6, I guess. Oh, they comment this, yes. We have this. So if bishop takes a7 gives white no advantage after f5, bishop f1. If bishop b3, push, f4, a similar. It's a similar like in the game. Queen a5, bishop e3, f4. Even after this space, f4 is just crushing down when black has full compensation for the pawn. That's why he didn't capture this poison pawn, he just played king h2. They said that the finesse was a3 exclamation mark. So if queen b3, you go up. Why we have 100 lines, and now bishop takes a7 exclamation mark. With the queen on the inferior b3 square, there we go. White can safely grab the pawn. Let me see why. Probably because there is no queen a5 now and trap the bishop completely. Or attack him at least. Somebody could attack this bishop. Bishop h6, bishop e3. Bishop takes, queen takes, and no compensation about the pawn down. Okay, f5. E takes f5. One more time, nobody appreciate the move. Botvinnik didn't appreciate this little move, guys. a3 exclamation mark is stronger. Queen b3 is not that effective like last move order. Bishop takes a7, rook a8. Bishop f1 attacking this rook now. Rook c8. Queen e3. White does well here too. So there is no counterattack here because I guess f4 we have a queen b6, trade off the queen's extra pawn. The attacking of black is over, they're just pawn down. a3, yes, a3. So several times, but Finnick missed that move. Now Tal's pieces coordinate well, and he's almost equal. He took brief for his bishop attacking the rook now, so that's why there is no g4 fork, no time. Rook e1, knight f4, boom! Tao style. Look at that move. Actually, I see for the first time. They call this exclamation, 2 times question mark, and exclamation again. What the hell means that? So exclamation, 2 question. Let's show you this knight f4 in the book. I'm not sure how it's under this position, so it has to be this. Look at that. Okay, this is really funny sometimes to read books like this. It's not just to look at the games. I have no idea, so I'm interested to check out what's this sign for 28 years experience. I see for the first time. No, exclamation, two times question and and one more exclamation mark. Yay, Lily! Thank you so much! Thank you for the great rating! Thank you! Check out Liu Kuridze channel, guys. She's very nice. Hope so we can organize a match or battle with her again. Thank you so much. How I keep concentration. Well... Okay, so now we're gonna discuss about that move knight f4 of Mikhail Tal against Botvinnik. It's okay, let's keep in touch, we can do it one day, hope so. Until the end of the year, I'll be very glad. We have a powerful sub-battle team, so I'll be glad. And I need rematch, I need individual rematch. You crushed me down last time. So, guys, knight f4. If we check out, first of all, the evaluation, we're gonna realize that this sacrifice is not correct. This sacrifice of Mikhail Tal is not correct. We go back now and check out the evaluation. It's about +1. So after knight f4, it's going to +2 for white. The question is if he accepts. Yes, he accepts. Hey, dear Emu, happy to see you. Happy. We look at that book, and now it's game number 2 out of this book, Mikhail Tal Best Games. This is one of Tal's most famous moves, and one that is impossible to evaluate using traditional exclamation and question marks. On the one hand, the knight sacrifice is forever inscribed on the golden pages of chess history, and it did lead to success in the game. On the other side, from a strictly technical perspective, it is a losing move. Tal spent, just 350 pages. Tal spent only 7 minutes on what he would later refer to as a positional sacrifice. 7 minutes for this sacrifice. His reasoning is clear as the strength of the g7 bishop increases radically. So after he will capture, and boom, open up the dark square bishop. So simple, no? One should also not forget the psychological effect on Botvinnik. Instead of getting a safe position in which he could exert controlled pressure, he suddenly had to deal with wild complications. According to some accounts, the spectator reacted to Tao's last move by whistling and applauding, much to Botvinnik's annoyance. Okay, so that's a psychology point. One positive thing, open up the dark square bishop on g7, surprising the spectators, they applaud him, and that's it. Okay, so knight f6 could be another boring move, you know, who is going to respect him if he's going to use knight f6 move? No one. Okay, knight f4. G takes, E takes, bishop d2. This should lead to equality with best play. White must certainly avoid bishop takes a7 because of queen a5. Boom. He loses his extra piece very fast. Don't parrot. The reputation of black sacrifice begins with a3. But you know already that Botvinnik missed that move for the third time. a3, such a little move, but kick the queen out and again avoiding queen a5 trap, so probably after queen b3 this capturing of free pawn is still working. There is no more queen a5, that's why. a3 exclamation mark. Queen takes b2. We have many positions, many interesting moments. We cannot finish the game until tomorrow, so let's go. Queen takes b2. By the way, let's talk about this move. Tao remarks that it is unusual for a player to spend 15 minutes immediately after sacrifice a piece. It turns out that he miscalculates something. Such a surprise. So he spent about 15 minutes to capture this pawn after he sacrificed the piece on f4. So correct was something like bishop e5. Tao wrote this move on his score sheet before changing his mind. So he wrote down bishop e5 and then he changed his mind to accept the pawn on b2. Yummy! Okay, this is now clear question mark. Clear question mark. Yeah, it's a long game. Rook a b1. And do you know what? Rook a b1 now is not so precise. Move like... Yeah, actually this is only one move. Okay, anyway, now black's move is coming. A great counterattack. Great counterattack. No, we will not having a tournament, Rock. We have games between Mikhail Tal and Botvinnik. I'm not playing today, Rock. Most of all, Tuesday morning. So, what is our Tao keep going with crazy sacrificing, crazy attacking right now? Do you think so he will just play queen a3 or bishop takes b1 or another move? Let me know. Let me know, chat. Be active into the sacrificing way. Bishop takes b1? No, it's something non-standard. It's something what is non-standard. Think, think, think. Think, think, think. Like ding, ding, ding. Another favorite player, Dinkley Ren. Ding, ding. Jeffrey Xiong won last title Tuesday, and even I had a super little match with him, so I'm proud of this, that he crushed me down in a bullet match in leeches. So Jeffrey Song is not a good player, a young player. F3, deflecting queen away from d2. You mean e2, okay. Ah, queen from d2, okay. d2 protection. F3, and if bishop takes, what's going on? Bishop e5 check. Boom, boom. So Taro wished to go first to the bishop e5, but Tao doesn't have time and he pushed immediately. This can be considered another flash of genius, even tough. Tao's position is objectively losing. Tao wasn't actually bluffing. Bluff after bluff, guys. That's the key moment. As he hadn't seen the subtle refutation, Koblenk remarked, "One can imagine Botvinnik's state of mind. It appeared to me that red spots appeared on his face." And he looked distressed. Goldberg, accustomed to seeing his protégé always calm and self-confident at the board, fully understood the personal drama that Botvinnik was experiencing at these moments. Rook takes b2. Botvinnik panic right now. And he did a huge blunder. Now 2 question marks. So after f3, guys, probably there is a huge chance for white to mess up.
We wanted to give you a little break from the ads to tell you.
Botvinnik commits a terrible mistake right now to accept the queen. His desire to exchange queens was understandable,
You won't even hear my voice again.
but the underestimated Tao's 26th move. The critical continuation was bishop takes f3. This move number 25 just. Bishop takes b1, rook takes b1, queen c2. Yes, when white has 2 possible wins. Floor was the first to demonstrate the following line. Bishop e4. This queen looks like in trouble. Rook takes e4, knight takes e4, 2 exclamation marks. 2 is too much, but anyway. Queen takes b1, sacrifice this. Knight takes d6. Rook f8. I mean, 1 piece is enough. You have active position next. And boom, because of check and knight f7 activity. Rook takes, queen takes. What's the material? Everything looks like even. Queen f5. Queen f5, queen takes f5, g takes f5. White is having much faster king to the f5 point. Bishop e5 now. Guys, bishop e5 is not that huge advantage. All the time I can cover this checker, I can move the king in a different direction. Then bishop f4 also. I can go here and bishop f4 too. If you do this before that. Bishop f6, bishop c7. The deep pawn will soon cost black his bishop. Push, push, push. Is black having time to stop this? No, because you stop yourself, so I just promote in a forced way. Somebody found another win after move number 27. There's another win like rook c1 here. Queen b2. Boom, bishop g4. The idea is to come here, attack the rook. White goes after the king, bishop e5. King g2. Rook 8 c7. Check. This pair of bishops gonna kill us. Of course, king g7 is super weak. Based on the bishop h6, boom, losing the queen. And after king h8 right now, we have knight d1. Such an amazing discover attack, double attack. Queen d4, protection, queen f3. White breaks in with decisive force. Force that this looks like almost unstoppable. You don't have back rank protection, so you have to move the king away, and it's very, very tough. Okay, we go back to the game. I knew that 5 games gonna be too much. This is still game 2. Too much analysis in this book, I mean. Okay, he took the pawn and he took the queen. Poisoned. Of course we take back the queen. Black only has 2 pawns for the piece. But his bishop is winning. But his position is winning. The c3 knight is pinned in 2 different ways, and the e2 pawn is extremely strong. Push! What to do with white now? Rook b3. Rook d4. Botvinnik underestimated the strength of this move. Bishop e1. There's a beautiful line after bishop g5, bishop e5, f4 for example. And now, boom, because of this. And if king g1, what's going on, chat? What is the best continuation, the easiest way to win the game immediately? Mouse kills.
Yeah.
Thank you, Soter. Great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the 5 gifts. Andrew, KK, Player, Excelorus, Dr. Osip. New subs. New power.
Oh, yeah.
Go, 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 go. What is the easiest way now for black to win the game? d1 is still 2 times protected. So probably after rook d1 I can simply take by my rook. You take back, I take back. Rook takes knight. Whoa! Sapatashwa!
Oh, yeah.
Bribe with cheese? Okay. I thought whiskey with cheese. Today I saw Chess Bra was drinking something. Shots, any bad shots? Okay, during the stream, rook takes c3 and then boom, rook d1.
Oh, yeah.
So, bishop e1, that's why. Bishop e5 check, king g1, bishop f4. And now they said that he missed maybe something like faster win because this is discover attack. And
Oh, yeah.
Tao mentions that his concentration was affected by the room change. But his chosen move is still good enough. He chooses another move instead of this sack. He just go to the bishop f4. They try to distract him, change the room. Knight takes e2. Capture the other rook. Because if you capture this rook, you can simply capture back. Oh, thank you, Tybridge! Diamo! Thank you for the great gifting! Oh, Lugis, look at the Skype questions of me. Please try to answer also. Okay, but not tonight, of course. Hey, Jenny, you're back. Okay, we're close to finish this. Don't worry. I'm still struggling with game number 2. Rook d1 here. Okay, so he took the other rook. Boom! Bishop f1. Bishop e4. Knight e2. Black has an extra pawn and a magnificent pair of bishops, so the win is relatively simple. So now bishop takes d3, bishop takes b7 is impossible. Oh, you answer? Okay, so sorry. I have to check. Lucas is having incredible long solutions of some endgames, comparing to the fact that he is using the 2 seconds rule. I find out this connection between these two things. Okay. If he has this depth of about 20 moves in advance, why he's using the 2 seconds rule though? Capture, rook c7, boom, boom. Let's clear the board a little bit more. Rook a8. But Finnick finds the only way to avoid the immediate loss of a piece. Instead of after king f2, bishop h4, check. It is all over. So king f2, it's not a get rid. Why bishop e4? Check, check, here. Rook a3, d5. That would mean that he missed Botvinnik's last move. He had been playing rather quickly, like Logis. But here he slowed down and spent 6 minutes deciding that advancing the d-pawn push would be the simplest road to victory. So looks like Tal didn't see the last move of his opponent because he was playing extremely fast. Oh, you try to find me a job doing mistakes, I see. King f2. Boom, check. King d6. g3, capture here, capture. Simplifying to a rook ending is the easiest way to win the game. Of course, guys, please don't leave the opposite color of bishops on the board. Like capture here could be a little bit wrong decision, so maybe white could survive with the opposite color of bishops. Trading off the rooks, it could be draw. Check. This was Botvinnik's sealed move. Tal recalls that they didn't have breakfast the next day as they were waiting for the call confirming Botvinnik's resigning. At noon, the bell rang. Oh my god, so they postponed, they didn't have breakfast, so finally Botvinnik resigned right now. You know the famous bridge. So you can use this road, I guess. You can use this road anyway. Come here, push, and then create a barrier. And the game is over. This was game number 2 out of this book. Hope so you're gonna appreciate it. We covered about 22 pages, guys. 22. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Let's keep going with a little bit puzzle survival. Thank you so much. Simple Chess by Tal. What is the conclusion of these 2 games? Let's make a new comment. Where is Logis? Bluff after bluff could be the key of success. Bluff after bluff could be the key of success. Based